What's scarier than a serial killer?
3 things you need to know about Los Narcos Santánicos, the human sacrifice cult cartel. Adolfo Costanzo, also known as the Godfather, killed 7 family members of the Calzadas cartel when they found the bodies. Fingers, toes, ears, brain, and even spine were missing. Rancho Santo Elena. When police raided this place, they found the bodies of 27 people and a torture chamber at the ranch. Mark Kilroy, a pre-med spring breaker who was abducted by Costanzo for a sacrifice ritual. He was killed trying to escape by a machete chop to the back of the neck. Police say they have never found all of the bodies and estimate the body count to be over 100. These are the real last words of Aileen Wuornos. Aileen Wuornos is probably the most popular female serial killer in North America. In the course of 1 year, she had taken the lives of 7 men from 1989 to 1990. At the time of her arrest, police uncovered that during her childhood, it was riddled with alcoholism, pedophilia, and prostitution as early as her teen years. She was sentenced to death by lethal injection. And here is her last words. "I'd just like to say I'm sailing with the Rock, and I'll be back like Independence Day with Jesus, June 6th. Like the movie, big mothership and all. I'll be back. I'll be back." These are the last words of Karl Panzram, or better known yet as the Devil Incarnate. When Panzram was arrested, he actually wrote his own autobiography in which he claimed to have killed 22 people and sodomized thousands of young boys and men. Panzram was born in 1891, but at age 8 in 1899, he was already arrested for drunken and disorderly conduct. He was sentenced to hang by the neck until dead, but he was too impatient to even wait for the hangman, so this is what he said. "Hurry it up, you Hoosier bastard. I could kill a dozen men while you're screwing around."
I didn't particularly care for people.
Why on earth would you have hurt those people? Why did you kill those people?
No comments. No comments. I cannot answer it at this time. They are desires, whereas if I didn't give in to them, I would be crushed by them.
These are the last words of Timothy McVeigh, also known as the Oklahoma City Bomber. Timothy McVeigh was an Army veteran who served during the Gulf War years. The main reason for the bombing was an attack against the federal government for the 1993 Waco, Texas siege. McVeigh constructed a bomb consisting of 5,000 pounds of ammonium nitrate and nitromethane, put it in the back of a boxcar, parked that beside the federal building, and you know the rest. He was caught and sentenced to death by lethal injection. His last words were, "I am the master of my fate, the captain of my soul." These are the last words of a man who violently murdered 2 elderly people. On December 24th, 1990, this man, Thomas Grasso, broke into an 87-year-old lady's home, strangled her to death with Christmas lights, stole her TV, and $12 worth of money out of her purse. 1 year later, he violently killed an 81-year-old man for his Social Security check. He was sentenced to death by lethal injection, and his last words were, "I did not get my SpaghettiOs. I got spaghetti. I want the press to know this." These are the calloused last words of John Wayne Gacy. As early as 7 years old, there are accounts of John Wayne Gacy molesting other children his own age. As a young man, John Wayne Gacy became very involved in politics, as he is here pictured with Rosalind Carter. Gacy used his position in the local Democratic Party and as his status as a local clown for parties to seduce young boys and eventually have 33 murders under his belt. After being arrested, John Wayne Gacy showed little to no remorse for his crimes, and when he was sentenced to death by lethal injection, before they finally pushed the last bit of fluid into his veins, his last words were, "Kiss my ass."
What's scarier than a serial killer?